the 2-on-1 situation with Qiniso happened between Peter and Vuyani, and I think the right guy stayed. Peter was a good guy, but there were still some questions on his intentions with the whole everything about Qiniso. So I know where he stands, which is why I backed him.
Do I think the right person left? If I had the decision, Peter would have come back, but Qiniso has to decide, and it's the best person for her. So if Vuyani is the best person for her, the right person is back in the house.
I do think the right guy left. I think we've all spent a lot of time with Peter and Vuyani, and we've gotten to know them as people, you know, and I think all of us kind of like became friends with Vuyani more than we did with Peter, you know. I think most of us just see Peter as an acquaintance.
Yeah, listen, that bombshell was unexpected, but also expected at the same time. I think she went on the date taking Peter, knowing full well she was going to send him home. And I think she just took Vuyani to bring up one or two things that she needed to get across to him. Maybe just like, listen, don't do this sort of vibe. But I think she sort of went there knowing Peter was going to go home. And yeah, I think she made the right decision.
I really wanted V to come back. And I know the people that I've grown really close to in the house wanted V to come back. I mean, Gareth's first response was, I'm 95% sure that Vuyani's going to come back. I feel like it's got nothing to do with anything against Peter. It's just that Vuyani has more to offer Qiniso. And the speculation would be that he's a lot more serious about who she is and a lot more serious about the relationship in the sense, you know, and I think he was asked to open up quite a bit last night, and he's here, and I'm happy for that.
My own opinion, honestly speaking, and this is not from a biased point of view in terms of being closer to Vuyani, but yes, the right guy did leave. There was a lot of speculation that Peter was following a certain pattern or sort of building a foundation of certain stuff that he started to believe himself. But I think that eventually did catch up with him, and Qiniso maybe eventually saw through a couple of things, and for them to have gone on the 2-on-1 date, I think, yeah, there was a lot of questioning happening, a lot of challenging.
I just think, yeah, Peter came in here with maybe a game plan, and he sort of got to a point where those narratives he was relying on sort of faded away, and there was, from there on, sort of couldn't gain any momentum with the chemistry and whatnot. And I think she sort of saw what he was doing, and she's clever, she's smart, so yeah, her intuition kicked in and she made the right choice.
My thoughts on the 2-on-1 are that it was a very unique and intense experience. It's not one that I'd wish on anybody. It's high stress, and just kind of getting into the thick of things without really getting a chance to ease into the tenseness was very, very, very intimidating. It was nerve-wracking, and having a mate go home too that you have a decent relationship to is not very, very pleasant. So it's like, you know, one must go, and it's never cool to lose a mate. Although in this case Peter probably reached his time, and he was starting to show a little bit of symptoms or signs of kind of like being a bit anxious and irritable, and which came across in the house.